I'd do something a little bit different for you today and do a hair tutorial because hair isn't usually my thing, but I've said it before, but I want to try and start putting a little bit more of an effort into my hair. Particularly as it gets longer, you kind of worry that it just gets a bit limp and boring looking because my hair is so fine, and it has a bit of a kink. It's not totally straight, but it can just be quite limp sometimes. So I wanted to give a little bit of body, and the reason I'm calling this like hair for dummies or whatever is because I am absolutely useless with hair. Honestly, it's so not my thing. It never has been. As I said before, I had my hair in dreadlocks for nearly 6 years before because it was just so handy and I loved having it. It was just so easy. I didn't have to do anything with my hair. I literally had to leave it down, put it up, you know, give it a wash every now and again and that, but as far as styling goes, it was heaven. So this kind of thing here is really, really easy for anyone like myself who isn't very proficient at the owl hair. Particularly for anyone with fine hair, I think this is a nice fun tutorial as well, or a fun way of doing your hair. And it's so nice feeling this kind of texture in my hair because it's like really something I'm not used to. But yeah, it's just kind of easy, kind of, I don't know if you'd call them beachy waves, but you definitely have loads of like wave and curl in the hair, and yeah, it just gives loads of body to a hair to a head that's not used to it. So anyhow, I'll explain everything throughout the tutorial and I hope it helps. Thanks guys. So to begin with, roughly grab a quarter of your hair. You really don't have to be particular here, just grab the hair and start to brush it through to make sure there are no knots. Put in some heat protectant, and I do like to brush this through again just to make sure that it is evenly distributed, and then you can start to twist the hair. So I like to twist the hair back away from the face because I like how the curls fall. And then once you get to roughly the end of the twist, start to apply your straightening iron. So I like to do this at an upward angle to begin with. And when I'm doing the twists in quarters like this, I hold it for about 6 seconds and then work my way down towards the end of the twist. Then I hold it at the opposite angle, so at a 90-degree angle, and then start to do the same and work my way down. And you'll have to excuse my doing my hair face. It's not quite as practiced as my doing my makeup face. So once you get to the very end anyhow, just let the twists kind of loosen a little bit and that'll twist the end. And then continue on around the hair and just do at most 4 twists because otherwise the curls would be absolutely tiny. And keep going until you have all them finished and you're going to look like this, so like a version of Heidi or Pippi Longstocking or something. And then once you have those all done, they will kind of stay as they are because of the heat. You need to put in some hairspray, so I lightly spray it throughout the whole 4 twists. And then you can start to loosen the twists, or you know, to take out the curls. So just lightly pull them apart with your fingers, and you know, you don't want to put a brush through them at this stage or else it would just be a frizzy mess. So just use your fingers to loosen them at the beginning, and then you can put in a little bit more hairspray if you want to help hold on to them. And then once you have them all taken out with your fingers, if you want, you can brush through the very top of it just to loosen the top layer or so. I wouldn't brush the whole body of the hair because particularly when I did the 4 twists, it gave me a lot of body, so my hair would be way too big. But that's pretty much how you do it, and just finish off with some more hairspray. And for the sake of being thorough, I did it with just 2 twists as well, just to show you what it looked like. And to be honest, I much prefer it this way. I look less like I have a lion's mane on my head, and they're just more relaxed, nicer sized curls. So I would say, or waves, I would say if your hair isn't ridiculously thick, go with just the 2 twists. So basically I started the twists up here, high enough in the head so that the curls would start up around there, because obviously if the twists, you know, kind of started here, the curls would be way too low down. And I just held the hair straighteners on the twists, still doing the same thing where I did it like this and then like this, but for 8 seconds instead of 6 seconds, because obviously they're thicker twists. And it was much quicker because I only had to deal with 2, so I did this in about 5 minutes. And yeah, I definitely would advise or recommend this just 2 twists rather than the 4. Like I said, as long as you don't have the thickest hair in the world. But this is just such an easy way to get nice kind of beachy, relaxed looking like waves or curls. Like, you know, there are kind of it does curl in certain places, and if I can do it, you can definitely do it, because this is my second time ever doing it, and doing the first part of the video where I did the 4 twists is my first time ever doing it, and like I said, I'm rubbish at hair, so this is something you should definitely try out if this is what you're looking for. And there they are pretty much. So there's loads of texture, it feels really thick, and there's so much more body in my hair than there was before, and it took less than 10 minutes to do because I filmed from start to finish. There was no breaks and I could see the time on the camera when I was brushing them out, so it is fairly quick. 10 minutes to do your hair in the morning isn't that bad, and yeah, I hope this was helpful guys, so thanks a million for watching, and I'll chat to you all really soon. Slán!